Alright, welcome back to the channel. Dad's back with the goods, and by that I mean another Zelda tier list video. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking my hopes for the upcoming 2026 Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. Alright, and here we've got, as you can see, S through D tier. Right, so with S tier, it's going to be something that's my highest hope for the game, something that I really want to see in the game. And a D tier is something that just completely just doesn't matter to me, or I don't really want to see it incorporated to the game at all. Alright, and we have the categories down here, right? We've got horror elements, voice acting, a new dungeon, master quest inclusion, not a one-to-one remake, Amiibo support, an expanded map, a reworked water temple, and improved music. And I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing off, right? And for the first thing on this list, I'm going to kick off... I'm going to do it in order, actually. And so we're going to start off with horror elements, right? And I think this kind of ties into the latest ESRB rating, of it being E10+. But I think for Ocarina of Time Remake, just trying to retain as much of the horror elements as possible. We're talking Shadow Temple, bottom of the well type stuff. I think that's going to have the biggest impact in making this game feel, I don't know, more adult and more meaningful. And I absolutely love the horror elements in the original game. It's some of my favorite parts are the Shadow Temple and Bottom of the Well, personally. I'm a huge horror fan in general. So for me, this is going to go all the way up in the A tier to start things off. We're doing pretty good. Right. Next up, we have voice acting. For the voice acting, we know there's going to be some voice acting to some extent. I think it's probably just going to be limited to the cutscenes. I don't think it's going to be a fully voice acted game. But I really, if they do the voice acting well, it could be pretty good. But it's not something that I really care about. Outside of cutscenes, the rest is just going to be text-based. And that's fine with me. I don't really... the voice acting really doesn't make it or break it for me, even if it's really bad. I just don't simply care. The music is much more impactful to me in games than voice acting. So I'm going to give voice acting, a C tier. Alright, next up on our list of hopes for the Ocarina of Time 2026 remake is a new dungeon. Now, I did a video about this, about how they can incorporate the Light Temple, potentially. And I'm going to put this in B tier, probably. And the reason I'm putting it in B tier is because it really doesn't matter to me that much whether they add a new dungeon or not. It would be cool to see some of the scrapped ideas for the Light Temple, but I think they pretty much already did that in Twilight Princess with the Temple of Time and got those ideas out of the way. But, the more Ocarina of Time, the better. So if they do want to finally go for it and include the scrapped Light Temple, I say more power to them. However, it's only going to make mid-pack on this list because it's not something that I really care about that much compared to some other things on this list. And for that, I'm going to give New Dungeon a B tier. Alright, next up we have Master Quest inclusion. And I think the Master Quest was included in the GameCube version re-release of Ocarina of Time. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and give that an A tier. And the reason why is because, right, if the game isn't, if it's more of a faithful remake, I'm going to want some challenge, some spice to it. I've beat Ocarina of Time way too many times at this point, and the game is just such a breeze to me. It almost detracts from it. Like, I did a vanilla playthrough, I think, on the Switch 2 recently, and I just blew through the game. There was no challenge to it, pretty much whatsoever, aside from a few specific parts. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Master Quest inclusion an A tier. I think that'd be really neat if they included some kind of Master Quest after you beat the game, or from the get-go you can go ahead and choose hard mode or hero mode, just to give something for veteran players to make it a little bit more challenging, right? I'm a Souls fan at heart, so I love difficulty. I love to kick things up a notch. So I'm going to give the Master Quest inclusion a tier. Now, next up on the list, we have not a one-to-one remake, and this is going to go all the way up in the S tier for me. I think at this point, like I said in the with the previous one, because I've beaten Ocarina of Time so many times. I mean, probably 20 plus times since I've in various flavors since the game came out in 1998. I mean, it could be even more than that. I don't really know. Especially with all the ROM hacks and different ways to play and randomizers. I've just played the game so many times, and I need kind of a fresh experience at this point. And I think a lot of people feel this way. It's not just me. This game needs to be, in my opinion, please make it not a one-to-one remake. This game needs to be, a reimagining from the ground up of Ocarina of Time. I want them to switch things up as much as they possibly can get away with. I think that would go a long way for me. So yeah, for me, this is probably one of the only S tiers. Is going to be not a 1-for-1 remake. Coming up next, we have Amiibo support. When it comes to Amiibos, I don't own a single Amiibo, and I don't really care, right? If I don't like Amiibos, right? I don't like how they lock certain features of the game behind Amiibos, and one of the most egregious examples of this is actually in Metroid Prime 4 when they locked some of the music behind an Amiibo when you're riding around in the desert on the motorbike. And I think Amiibos, I mean, they're kind of cool. I'm not really like a toy collector. That's not my bag. It's not my cup of tea. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a D tier. Like, I really just don't care one way or another about the Amiibo, and I never have for literally any game. Like I said, I don't own a single Amiibo. Maybe this is, maybe this is your jam. Maybe you're a huge Amiibo collector. I'm not, and I won't buy any Amiibos if they release. Even if they release some really cool ones for Ocarina of Time, I'm probably not going to buy them because I just simply don't care. So that's going to D tier for me. I don't care about Amiibos or Amiibo support whatsoever. An expanded map, this kind of goes along with it not being a 1-to-1. I'm going to go ahead and put this in A tier, right? I want to see the map expanded and realized as much as possible. I want them to go with the original vision they were thinking about all the way back in 1998 with that same level of grandeur. I want them to be able to do what they want with the map and not stick faithfully to the original map, right? Whether that's adding new areas to the map or expanding, regions that already exist but were limited, such as Lake Hylia or the Gerudo Desert. I think that'd be great if they did that. Honestly, that's one of the best things they could do. And that's why this is getting an A tier, right? Even if they wanted to add, if they wanted to expand the ice area, that'd be pretty sweet too. Expand the towns, expand, Kakariko Village, expand Castletown, make it the true vision of what they wanted to accomplish back in the day. So yeah, that's going to be an A tier for me. Reworked Water Temple is the next one on this list, and it's coming up here. And I'm going to give this a C tier for me. The reason being is the Water Temple is... it's one of my favorite temples of all time, and in my recent playthrough of Ocarina of Time, right, I played the vanilla version on Switch 2 on NSO. And I've come to the realization that the Water Temple is... it might be my favorite temple in Ocarina of Time. It's just a masterclass of ambiance and level design. I really didn't think it was too hard. When you think about it, the Water Temple, it gives you hints as to where you're supposed to go, even for the difficult keys, that's what most people struggle with, right? The keys there's one behind a bombed wall, and there's another one that you can only access when you raise the water and you can get onto that platform. Right, and it's got the Dark Link boss fight, and the only really weak part about the Water Temple that I wish they would revisit is the actual boss of the level, right? I think with Morpha, I think they could definitely do a lot there, and they could make the boss matchup a lot more fun. I think that'd be pretty easy to do, and I think it's something they will do. So for this reason, I'm going to go ahead and give it a C tier. And the last one on this list is improved music, and this is a tricky one because the music of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is already iconic. Everything in this game is a masterpiece. The music is so iconic, it's been used in every other Zelda game since, and it's frequently used in internet memes. So I don't think, they could remaster the stuff, and they could hire a full orchestra, and they could do it that way, I guess. But I think the music in Ocarina of Time, all the tracks are just so iconic. It's one masterpiece after another. Everything in this game, as far as music is concerned, absolutely slaps and is a banger, a certified banger. So I don't think they really need to do a whole lot to improve the music in that sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and give improved music a B tier. Right. So, anyways, guys, this has been my my tier list, my rankings of hopes for the 2026 upcoming Ocarina of Time remake. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Right. So, I'm the author of this list. I created it, and I'm gonna go ahead and post the link in the description if you guys want to make your own lists and mess around with this. If you have any ideas of things you want to add to the list too, I'm open to that. Just throw them in the comments below, and I can add some more categories. But anyways, guys, it's just been a fun little video. And I wanted to do something Ocarina of Time remake based. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. As always, this has been Matt from Top Tier. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the summer, and we're getting so close to monetization. So if you guys do like these videos and you want more Zelda stuff, I've got more coming. I've got some cool Zelda psychology videos coming down the pipeline. One of those involves Ganondorf, actually. It's going to be pretty interesting. So if you're curious, please stay tuned and consider subscribing. Drop a like. It helps, helps more than you know, helps these videos go a long way. So, all right, guys, until next time, this has been Matt. I'm out. Bye.